What's up everybody, my name is Mo, welcome to the Mo.re.Bricks channel, and we are here again with the build of box number 3 out of 5 for the CADA Master Series C61503W set, which is the AMG 1 Super or Hypercar, whatever you want to call it. And this is the result of boxes 1 and 2 so far. So we have the rear suspension, 3 motors are already in there. We have the tunnel for the drivetrain, we have the motor itself, and we have a lot of structural stuff going on here. And yeah, a couple of motors, as I said, already installed. We have 4 of the connectors to the battery box already here with the different colors. And now we will continue with the front suspension as it looks from the pictures. And without further ado, let's get this rather heavy box. It's really full also. Like the box number 2 was pretty empty, I felt, and this one feels like it's pretty jam-packed with pieces. So let's get started. Here we go, have fun. Okay, I quickly want to interrupt at this point because it's very interesting. There is apparently, and I didn't know this when I started building this, there is 2 options apparently of building out the drivetrain of the car, either as a 2-wheel drive or as a 4-wheel drive option. And basically what you can do is decide not to connect the front wheels to the rest of the drivetrain. And basically, if you look at the instructions right here, and I'm gonna try to basically show you in, let's do the detail camera, and I can show you there. That makes more sense. Let me get up quickly. So right here, it gives you the option, let's see if I can get the reflections out. It gives you the option to not connect those wheels to the rest of the motorized drivetrain. So basically they would spin freely but not be connected to anything back here. But if you want to actually do that and build it as a 4-wheel drive, then you take the axle connections, as you can see right here, and build it basically like the rear wheels as well, with everything connected to the differential right there. And then basically, if you only do the 2-wheel drive version, then you also connect it differently here compared to the 4-wheel version right there. Really interesting, really interesting. Haven't seen that before, that you basically get a choice of how you want to build that out. And I mean, it's cool that you have both options. I've chosen to actually do it in the four-wheel drive way. So basically, you can see right there on both sides, the wheels are now connected with the axles and the joints to the rest of the drivetrain. I just want to make sure. Okay, so this step would have been the same for both. So 2 pins at the top, I have those, 2 axles at the bottom, and then 2 at the top, so that's identical. Okay, and the steering is also different depending on the 2- and 4-wheel drive options, it seems. So yeah, that's again really cool to see that they included both of those steps, and I will continue building it out. Let me look at the time, because I will have to make a small interruption in this building step and then continue because it's a rather large one. Also interesting, I started unpacking everything in the beginning, was wondering why it's so many pieces, and I set aside some bags with the number 4 on it, so that seems to be inside the same box, but seems to be the next build step as well. I unpacked more than I need for this bit right here, so the table is quite full, but the rest of the car is sitting on the side right here. I don't need it right now, it seems, so let me continue with the steering for a moment. And okay, looking ahead, there's going to be more motors involved. That's going to be the servo, which will do the steering. Again, this car is fully motorized and remote controlled, which is really nice. Yeah, so that's it up until this point. And now let's continue building. Here we go. Okay, we'll take a short break right now, and then I will take you through the process of installing the lights to the CADA AMG one. And we are in the middle of basically box number 3 still, because this one is quite extensive, as you can see. Although we've already built quite a bit, there are so many pieces left, and we're going into the bags with the number 4 on it as well. They were in the same box, so they are not in box number 4, even though they are labeled as bag number 4. So that's a bit convoluted, but I think it'll all make sense eventually. And now we've also installed the motor for the steering right here. And yeah, we'll come back to wiring up all the lighting once we are ready for it. And I will take you through that process in a bit more detail and not just run through it in a time lapse, because that I think is going to be tons of fun and it's going to be challenging as well. And we're actually getting into the kinetic energy recovery system, the curse, by the end of this box, and we're still within yeah, box number 3, and then it's going to be bag 4, as I mentioned, and that's going to focus on a lot of the back of the car, it seems. So let's see where this goes, and we'll finish this up the next time around.